A rocking reverend is what you would call a religious symbol with a C. He has the world's biggest drum kit. It's 813 pieces. And he can reach all 813 drums and cymbals without leaving his chair. Mark Temperato, who goes by the stage name Reverend M, collected this kit over 20 years and puts Rush to shame. It weighs more than 5,000 pounds, and it takes 17 hours of maintenance a week just to keep it fit. He's on the phone with us right now. Reverend Mark Temperato, welcome to the Bob Rivers Show. Hello.
Hello there. Nice to meet you, sir.
Nice to meet you, too. I'm looking at your drum kit, and it is, without a doubt, the most spectacular set of drums I've ever seen. We're going to post it at bobrivers.com and 957kjr.com. Everybody should take a look at this. I can't imagine... Well, I can imagine wanting to have the biggest and best of something, but I can't imagine how you made this a reality, especially since you're a reverend. What your do you play it for your congregation, or do you just play in your band, Jesus the Soul Solution?
Well, really, Jesus the Soul Solution and a bass drum is a statement. It's really not a band. It's just what I believe, Jesus being the soul solution. I've been building a drum set now. I think they had that a little bit different when they got that figure. I've been building it for 38 years. And it's been part of my life, sir, all this time. And we set the new world record at 340 pieces for the 2013 book. But I was in a growth spurt at that time. I told Guinness, I said, I'm still building. It's just on me right now. And God's leading me. So we ended up with 813. I got about 860 on it now.
860 pieces, yeah. Yeah. Now, what do you count? I mean, do you have toothpicks hanging? What counts as a drum when you have 813 pieces?
Well, there's a lot of different guidelines that you have to strictly follow through Guinness, and they got to be good pieces, professionally made pieces.
All right, so these are real drums, and this is really recognized by the Guinness Book of World Records as the largest drum kit in the world.
Oh, yes, sir. They have strict guidelines. You have an adjudication process. You have an evidence pack. They've flown out twice from London. And when I went to 813, they were like, "Oh my goodness, the book is only out with 340." I said, "Well, we left it at my birth date, August 13th, so it's just
813.
Right now."
So you believe that Jesus wants you to beat the drum for Christianity, right?
Well, yes, sir. I believe that my purpose was to play for an audience of one. Everybody else can get the overflow, and I play for the Lord. And many times I play when there's no one there. I have over 210 cymbals on the kit. And 135 drums, 60 cowbells, and just have a lot of fun as well.
Has anyone ever called in to complain about you playing for the Lord, or to turn the Lord down, or to stop banging so hard on the Lord?
You know, I've been at some meetings where state troopers showed up at the door, and they'd walk in to tell us to stop, and they'd be so moved by just what happens when I play and the kit. They just stay a half hour, shake my hand, get an autograph, and leave.
Nice. Give me a few, and I can imagine nobody's not going to be blown away by this. How many, just quickly, how many tom-toms? I noticed it looks like only one kick drum. Maybe you've gone to double kick by now.
Yes, sir. The bass drum, I keep one bass drum. There's actually 6 bass drums on the kit. There's the 2 red ones off to the side, and then I have 2 over my head, and I have one little one behind me.
Oh, yeah, I see.
I keep that way. It looks like a single one, and the only reason I do that is when they ask me, why do you only have one bass drum? Well, there's 6, but the one you see, I do that just to let everyone know
for the look.
There's one God, and there's only one way to go to heaven, and that's through Christ. And that's my trigger on that.
That's one kick to lead them. So what do you remember where you were when you got this calling, this idea?
It started November the 6th, 1978. Actually, started in that when my life totally had changed when Jesus Christ appeared to me in a bathroom, and from that point on, I was going to use. We had a tour at the Playboy clubs and Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas. We were the main band on an ocean liner. I was in a band called Deanna Winter and Winter Flight. The Edgar Winter brothers had a sister named Deanna. Man, could she sing! But when my life changed, I canceled contracts. I became exclusive. Not that I was anything anyways, but we're all a lesbian in our own mind. So we were. My life changed at that point, and I just said, I'm going to play for the Lord and help people and be a blessing.
That's very nice. Now, how do you get paid? Do people bring you around to different cities? And are you a real reverend?
Yes, sir. I have 3 doctorates. I am. Yes, I am. Yes. Not only that, not that I go, but you can have so many degrees. You can change your name to Fahrenheit, right?
Yeah.
So
you
I'm
can be a real
hung
temperature
up on those things.
Yeah.
But yes, I am a real reverend, sir.
All right.
I've been a pastor for many years. I've traveled 18 years an evangelist, and I've pastored about 14 years for about 14 years as a pastor.
Yeah.
Now, at our church, like the stove broke a while ago, and we had a special offering to remodel the kitchen and buy some new appliances. Do you ever have a special, pass the plate so I can get a new gong fund or anything like that?
No, I never do stuff like that. I'm an entrepreneur on the side. There's a lot of ways to make money if you want to make money righteously. And plus, I got to a point where people said, we'd love to bring your drums here. We'll give you a large amount of money, or we won't give you much.
So church funds aren't used to build the kit. You do that all on your own.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I tell the people, I've been doing this almost 40 years, and if you focused on anything for that amount of time with dedication, you can get a lot accomplished.
How many cowbells on the kit?
I have 60 cowbells.
Wow. 60 cowbells.
60 cowbells, man.
That's like 50.
And you know how he's going to get to 1,000, don't you? More cowbells.
Yeah. You may be the one guy that doesn't need any more cowbell. That is a lot of cowbell.
Reverend, very cool. Now you are you are married, correct? You have a Mrs. Reverend, and I understand that she was attracted to you, like you would go out with the girls and they didn't want you tapping your feet. You're always tapping, tap, 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 like I'm sure most drummers do.
The nuns used to whack my fingers with those nice little rulers with the metal strip in them because I tap all the time. And so yes, if I dated a girl and she complained about my tapping, I wouldn't date her again because she'd be killing me our whole married life.
So
now
that's
Rhonda,
she
was from Oklahoma and up in Dallas when we met, and she was a pianist of the church. And when we went out, she didn't really date, she like fellowshipped, So when I was tapping, she just loved it. She would come and just watch me play because I was practicing 1 or 2 hours a day at that time, not that much at that time. And she would be watching me and just loved it. And all these years since we were married, on November the 6th, October the 6th, 1978, everything began to change.
Wow.
And she just loved it, but with me ever since, sir.
Are you? Do you have kids?
We have 4 children. My son David's 26, an excellent drummer. My daughter Lisa's 24, she's an excellent pianist and singer. Of course, David also plays piano as an artist. My son Michael is 20, and he's an excellent drummer. I mean, he's got unbelievable feet skills, twirling skills like David, but different. And plus, he plays piano and guitar and doing some singing. And my youngest, Mark, is 17 here in August. And
musical
he's
family.
Like the comedian plays a little percussion.
Yeah.
If Jesus had been in a rock band back in the day, Mark, what instrument do you think he would have played? I mean, some of me thinks, lead singer, obviously.
He's a front man.
Yeah, he's a front
Jesus
man.
front man.
But, part of me thinks he might be the drummer because everybody's wanting to get out there and touch him and stuff. He would have something between him and the audience that way.
He might have been a top-notch better than Barry Manilow, could play all these different instruments, I'd say the whole universe moves in rhythm. Who knows it? And, my heart, I want to say.
Everything. He plays
drums,
everything at once.
If I was with Phil Driscoll, Phil would say the horn. And if I was with Phil Kiki would say the guitar. So I think he's in all of us worshiping God the way we do it.
Mark, if someone wants to see you, where can they do that?
I'm sorry, sir?
If someone wants to see you play, where can they see you play?
Right now, I'm working on some new flight cases, so I get about 22 cases. I can put my whole set in it. That way I can go anywhere a lot easier. But right now, my kit is in Lakeville, New York, at our church, Breath of Worship. We have 5 drum sets on the stage. My sons and I trade back and forth, and we like a lot of music. I'm more fusion and jazz. The faster, the better. And I just love just playing those cymbals and hitting those drums. And I spend a lot of time at night playing by myself and worshiping the Lord. And for some people, it's a little bit different. They say, well, you're crazy. I say, well, I used to be crazy, but I'm okay now.
Okay. Thank you, Reverend Mark Temperato, who is the Reverend M, Parkersburg, West Virginia. What do you think of that?
Texter says, should anyone tell him that the homeless guy he met in Las Vegas bathroom was not Jesus?
Oh, man, come on.
Yeah, I mean, fun. It's an obsession, though.
Yo, totally.